The year is 2024. The world is still reeling. COVID-19, a ghost that refuses to be forgotten, lingers. A new variant, XEC, rips through the population. Fear is a constant hum. We huddle in our homes, desperate for a cure. We pin our hopes on the vaccine, a beacon of salvation in a world drowning in uncertainty. Little do we know, a silent, insidious threat has already infiltrated our defenses. Ophiocordyceps novax, a name that will come to signify our doom. A lab-engineered fungal spore designed with noble intentions. It was meant to enhance the vaccine, bolster our immune systems, but something went wrong, terribly wrong. The contamination was swift, silent, and absolute. Every vial, every syringe now carries the seeds of our destruction. The first recipients of the tainted vaccine experience a surge of well-being. Their chronic ailments vanish. Energy courses through their veins. Fear, the constant companion of a pandemic-stricken world, dissipates. But it is a false dawn, a cruel trick played by an ancient, unknowable force. The fungus, once a benevolent guest, begins to assert its dominance. It spreads through their bodies, a network of tendrils rewriting their very essence. The initial wave of infection is subtle. People report increased strength, stamina, and mental acuity. The world marvels at the vaccine's efficacy. The stock market surges, politicians rejoice. But beneath the surface, a darkness festers. The fungus, Ophiocordyceps novax, has begun its insidious work. It weaves itself into our very being, a parasite disguised as a savior. There are whispers, rumors of strange side effects. People experience vivid dreams, their sleep plagued by visions of forests and tendrils. They wake with an insatiable hunger, a craving for the earth. Their veins, once a healthy blue, begin to darken, turning a disturbing shade of black. Still, most remain oblivious, caught in the euphoria of their newfound vitality. They are the first stage, the symbiotic. As the fungus takes hold, the second stage begins, the network. The infected become increasingly withdrawn, their movements erratic, their eyes vacant. They sleepwalk, drawn to damp, dark places, the air thick with spores. The fungus grows, a network of mycelium spreading beneath their skin, connecting them in ways we cannot comprehend. The infected, once vibrant individuals become shadows of their former selves. They move with a disconcerting fluidity, their bodies contorting in unnatural ways. Their skin takes on a sickly pallor, a canvas for the grotesque tapestry the fungus weaves. The once subtle black veins thicken, spreading like a network of roots, a chilling testament to the parasitic invasion. The whispers and rumors escalate to hushed conversations, then panicked shouts. Doctors are baffled, their instruments unable to detect the fungal presence that has so completely taken hold. The infected, oblivious to the growing concern, continue their transformation. They gather in groups drawn together by an unseen force. Their voices, once familiar and comforting, take on a hollow, echoing quality. They speak in fragmented sentences, their words laced with an unsettling urgency. They speak of unity, of transcendence, of becoming one with something vast and ancient. They are no longer individuals, they are nodes in a network, their minds subsumed by the will of the fungus. Indonesia, a sprawling archipelago of islands and secrets. It is here, in this tropical paradise, that the true horror of Ophiocordyceps novax is first unveiled. A young man, admitted to a Jakarta hospital, becomes the harbinger of our doom. His skin, a canvas of horrifying beauty, is interwoven with pulsating black veins. He speaks in a language unknown, a symphony of clicks and whistles. Doctors, their faces etched with fear and confusion, try to understand his incoherent ramblings. He speaks of unity, of a transformation beyond human comprehension. He writhes in his bed, his body contorting, fungal tendrils erupting from his orifices, reaching for the sky. Before succumbing to the fungal invasion, he utters 3 chilling words, words that will echo through the annals of history. We are becoming. Panic spreads like wildfire through the archipelago. Reports flood in from remote villages, tales of loved ones transformed, their bodies overtaken by the fungal plague. The government, slow to react, downplays the growing crisis. But the truth is undeniable. The fungus is spreading, its tendrils reaching out from Indonesia, poised to engulf the world. Section 5. The Fall of Jakarta. Jakarta, the vibrant heart of Indonesia, becomes a city of the dead. Towering skyscrapers, once symbols of human ambition, now cast long shadows over streets teeming with the infected. The air is thick with spores, a silent, invisible threat. The once familiar sounds of the city, the cacophony of traffic, the laughter of children, are replaced by an eerie silence, punctuated by the unsettling clicks and whistles of the transformed. The infected, now in the final stage of the transformation, the hive, move with a terrifying unity. They swarm through the streets, their bodies contorting, their movements guided by a single, terrifying purpose. Buildings crumble, their foundations weakened by the relentless growth of the fungus. Jakarta, once a bustling metropolis, becomes a graveyard of concrete and steel, swallowed by the inexorable tide of fungal growth. The world watches in horror as Jakarta falls. The once dismissed warnings of scientists and doctors now ring in our ears. The fungus is real. The threat is imminent, and we, in our arrogance, have unleashed it upon ourselves. Section 6. A Symphony of Silence. The fall of Jakarta is just the beginning. Across the globe, cities fall silent. The infected, their bodies now fully overtaken by the fungus, transform into towering spires, grotesque monuments to our folly. These spires, pulsating with a sickly green light, emit a low-frequency hum, a symphony of silence detectable only by our most sensitive instruments. Satellites, their cold eyes watching from orbit, capture the horrifying truth. The hum is spreading, emanating from every corner of the globe. It is a chorus of transformation, a testament to the fungus's inexorable advance. Scientists scramble to understand the nature of the hum, desperately searching for a weakness, a way to combat the fungal plague. The CDC issues a final desperate warning: avoid the quiet ones, avoid the soil, avoid the spores. But it is too late. The world is awash in spores, carried by the wind, the rain, the very air we breathe. Resistance is futile. The age of fungus is upon us. Section 7. The Earth's Reprieve. In the aftermath of the fall, a chilling truth emerges. The Ophiocordyceps novax, the silent destroyer, was not a random mutation, a cruel twist of fate. It was engineered. A last-ditch effort, a desperate gamble to combat the escalating climate crisis. The plan was simple, elegant, terrifying. Release a fungus that would consume carbon-based life, allowing the planet to heal. The scientists, blinded by their hubris, failed to consider the consequences, the horrifying beauty of unintended consequences. The fungus, designed to consume and transform, did its job too well. It mutated, adapted, and found its perfect host, us. We, the architects of our own destruction, became the very fuel for the planet's reprieve. The irony is not lost on the few survivors who remain. We who ravaged the planet, who poisoned its air and choked its oceans, are now gone, replaced by a silent, unfeeling force. The Earth, finally free from our destructive grip, begins to heal. But at what cost? Section 8. Silver linings. In the desolate, fungal-dominated landscapes, a glimmer of hope emerges. Those who were vaccinated but never succumbed to the full transformation bear a strange mark: silver veins tracing delicate patterns beneath their skin. They are immune to the fungal spores, their bodies resistant to the hive mind. They are the remnants, the last vestiges of humanity in a world reborn. A rogue scientist, Dr. Anya Ivanova, emerges from the ashes, her mind a treasure trove of forbidden knowledge. She had foreseen the dangers of the Ophiocordyceps novax, predicting its terrifying evolution. Now, From her secluded laboratory, she broadcasts a message of hope, a beacon in the fungal darkness. She has developed a serum, a temporary countermeasure derived from the silver vein survivors. It's not a cure, but it offers a fighting chance, a way to hold back the tide of fungal spores. Her message spreads, carried on the wind, whispered from survivor to survivor. Section 9, from the depths. But even as humanity clings to the slimmest sliver of hope, a new terror emerges. The hives, those towering fungal spires, are not merely monuments to our demise. They are active, growing, evolving. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, hidden from the prying eyes of satellites, the hives are building something. Drowned cities, once teeming with life, now emit the same low-frequency hum as the spires. The hum is different now, more complex, more insistent. It speaks of purpose, of design, of an intelligence beyond our comprehension. The pandemic, the silent mutation, it was just the germination. The fungus, having claimed the land, now sets its sights on the last bastion of life, the oceans. The survivors, armed with Dr. Ivanova's serum and a desperate hope, brace themselves for the next wave. The fight for survival has just begun. And this time we are not fighting a virus, but something far older, far stranger, far more terrifying. We are fighting for our right to exist in a world that no longer belongs to us.